everyone, it's Jen from Mum in the Madhouse, and this week Fanta have challenged me. It's to do with their new Fanta, and you can see this bottle's got a twist and it's got a third less sugar than standard Fanta and still tastes as good. So they wanted me to produce 3 meals that have got less calories in than what the standard one would be, and prove to you that they taste just as good. We're going to start with today, I'm going to do a really simple pasta bake. Now this would normally be a chicken pasta bake, but we're going to do it with turkey, which obviously has less fat and therefore reduces the calories. So I've got 4 quick cooked turkey steaks that I'm going to chop up. I've also got some fusilli pasta. I've par cooked this and let it cool. You can use hard pasta and cook it, but because I was trying to make this as quick as possible because the kids are in, it is 28 minutes past 5 and I want to get dinner on the table hopefully by about 6:15. So this is parboiled and left, and but you can use normal. I've got some parmesan, I have got some pepperoni, I have got some passata. You can use chopped tomatoes. My dad hates the texture of chopped tomatoes, so we use passata. I have some garlic and chili flakes. I also have, because I'm all for cheats, some diced frozen onions, which I'm throwing everywhere, and some diced mixed peppers, sliced mixed peppers, because again it's great to get vegetables into the food and they add a sweetness and some great taste. And then this is something we always use, which is scratch to cook Italian herb mix. It's in the freezer and I just bung it in. So we shall start by chopping the turkey steaks. You can use chicken, but turkey is lower in fat, it tastes just as good. So I'm going to chop it, pop it into my frying pan, and then I'm going to take it over and fry it and bring it back. I just like to brown it. I have not overcooked the turkey, you can see. I've just browned it off really, and I'm just going to pop some pepperoni in it for flavour. Now I'm going to add in a handful of diced onions. Again, this is for flavour. And 2 handfuls of sliced pepper mix. We really like this. If you haven't got any fresh peppers, this is something that's great to have in the freezer, because it is just peppers frozen. So it's super simple and super healthy, and it just adds a bit more colour. Now next job is to add the passata and some Worcestershire sauce. Now Worcester, I just add a couple of glugs, glug glug glug, and again you will find that's probably about half a tablespoon, if that, and it just adds some lovely flavour to it. I'm just going to pop the kettle on because I'm going to rinse my passata with hot water, because some of it will be absorbed in to the pasta. So give that a good shake out, and then as I say, as soon as the water's boiled, I'll add some more, and I'm just going to add 1, 2, 3 swirls of my chilli and garlic and 2 pinches of my mixed herbs. Now if you've got fresh herbs, you can use them. You could use oregano or basil, it's brilliant for Italian food. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on. It's going to stick to my hand, so I'm going to have to wipe it in. And I'm going to give it a swirl, just so I don't waste any. Make sure it runs up each of the sides. And I'm going to just pour it in like that. And I'm going to take my dish and we're going yellow, and I'm going to pop, I've probably cooked too much pasta here, I'm going to pop some in, and then I'm going to pop some of the sauce in and give it a stir and do it again. And then I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to cook it for 25 minutes. I don't add the cheese at this point. One of the reasons this pasta's healthier is we're not going to load it with cheese. We're going to put some Parmesan, which is a hard cheese, less fat and much stronger. And we're going to pop some on the top about 10 minutes before cooking and take the lid off. So I've got a lid. If you don't have a lid for your pot, then tin foil's perfect. So I'm going to pop this in the oven at 180 for 25 to 30 minutes. Everyone, so we're back with meal 2. It's getting on because it's Friday night, and as I've spoke to you before, I'm working with Fanta, and I'm talking about the reduced sugar. It's got a third less sugar in, so we're looking at a meal with less calories than a standard one. So tonight we're going to do tacos, and we're going to do bean and rice tacos instead of mince. Now normally we would use mince, or you could use corn mince. Kids love corn mince. Corn mince is a great way of reducing the calories. But we've got some leftover brown rice here. I think there's about 2 cups, maybe a bit more in there. And I am going to add some Mexican style beans, or you could just use kidney beans. So here I'm just going to, I've got 2 tins, but I'm going to see what it's like when I mix it in. And I'm going to add both the tins, I think. So these tins are 300 grams. So I'm adding 600 grams in there of beans. Beans are low in calories and they are a great source of protein. So these mixed beans have got in them haricot pinto, black turtle and red kidney beans, and they're in the water and I've just drained them. So that's our beans. We're also going to add some chopped onions. Again, I'm just going to use frozen ones here for ease. So they've already been pre-cooked, so I don't have to cook them. And I'm adding about a cupful in. And I'm going to do the same with some sliced mixed peppers. And we've got about a cupful there too. So again, I'm just going to mix that together. And I thought it might have all gone in this pan, but I'm going to need a bigger pan. And next I'm going to add seasoning. Now this is one that I've got pre-mixed in my cupboard because we do tacos quite a lot. And I've wrote down what I used to make this seasoning. So it's 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I use mild chili powder because the kids, we can spice up afterwards. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. If you don't like the bite, you can leave the pepper out, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt, which is literally all mixed together in our pestle and mortar, and I just keep it in a little Tupperware jar. And so I'm going to add 3 heaped teaspoons to this mixture, and then I'm going to cook it, and then I'm going to taste it and see what it tastes like, because I may need to add a little bit more. Again, it depends on whether you like it hot and spicy or cool. Actually, I think I'm going to put another one in now already, and I'm going to get a bigger pan, and I'm just literally going to warm it up so it's really hot. So about 5 minutes, because rice you need to really heat. If you don't have cold brown rice that you've used, you can use a packet of brown rice. A packet's about the right amount, so you know those ones that you just pop in the microwave. You can get them from Aldi or Asda, anywhere really. So I'm going to literally warm this up, and then we're going to serve this in the standard stuffed soft tacos with lettuce and cucumber, and then with sour cream and guacamole and salsa on the top, so you'll get to see at the end. No cheese because we're looking at reducing the calories, but if you weren't, you could add a sprinkle of cheese. So I will come back when this is all nice and cooked. So I'm just going to serve up how we would serve up one. So I've got some salad here. We like baby spinach and we've got some lettuce as well. So I'll pop that in the bottom of the bowl. And then I am going to, that's just the microwave with some more tacos. I'm going to pop a lovely scoop of the rice and beans in. Just like that, and that I am going to top with some guacamole, some sour cream and some salsa. Hi everyone, I'm back again, and today we are going to be producing our lower fat, well not low fat, low calorie banana bread. Banana bread is one of our favourites here in the Madhouse. And I'll put the full recipe below, so make sure you subscribe. First of all, we're going to separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. So normally I would just literally blub 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 through my hands, but I saw this new way and I wanted to give it a try. So crack your egg and pop it all in. Now normally I'd stand going like this to get rid of the egg yolk. Then take a bottle and apparently you just pop it down and it sucks the egg yolk into the bottle. So I need to use cup measurements for these. So I've got these little cups that I love, and I need a quarter of a cup of the oil. Have I got a quarter cup? I have. So a little quarter of a cup. I'm just going to pop it here. I'm just going to squirt it in. There's a measure on the side of the jug as well, so I'm going to do that and pop it in there. I also need a quarter of a cup of sour cream, which is quite thick and yummy. We use sour cream with our tacos. I also make something called fat rascals with it, which is a real Yorkshire dish that you can get in Betty's, and something that my dad absolutely loves, fat rascals. They're one of his favourite things. And pop the sour cream in like that. And we also need a quarter of a cup of skimmed milk. So as I said, I'm popping all the wet ingredients into one bowl, and then I will pop all the dry ingredients into another bowl. So we've got that there, and then we need 3 bananas mashed. My children have been known to let bananas go soft and slightly brown purely because they like banana bread and banana muffins. So I'm just going to break these up into my wet liquid, and then I'm going to give it a mash. Banana bread is absolutely fantastic. It's so simple to make, and if you make these in muffin trays, then it freezes really well and you can pop it in packed lunches. So I'm just going to use my potato masher and I'm going to give that a good old squish. And for my dry mix, I am going to need 2 cups of flour. Plain flour is perfect for this. You can go half and half and do half of white and half of wholemeal, which is really nice. We like spelt flour, so half white and half wholemeal spelt is really good. But for this example, I'm just going to use simple plain flour. So 2 cups, I've got a bit much in there. And we need 1 cup of caster sugar. Oops. Got a lump in there, I'm just going to break it up. 1 cup of caster sugar. And then we need a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda or baking soda. I haven't got my teaspoon measurement, so I'm just going to pop it in my hand. And I know that that's about a teaspoon, so I'm going to just pop that in there. And then you mix the wet and the dry together. And this doesn't need to be completely accurate, so I'll just mix all that together there. And I'm going to create a well in the middle, and we're going to pour our wet mixture in. I'm just going to give it a loaf tin. I use a silicone loaf tin and a cake release spray. I'm just going to spray that round. The thing with using a silicone loaf spray is you've got to let it cool fully before you try to take it out. So I'm just going to pop that straight in, and you need to put this in the oven as soon as you've pretty much mixed the wet with the dry, because that's when the ingredients start to work to get the rise. So you don't want to let it stand, because your baking soda will not be as efficient if you let it stand. We're going to pop this in an oven for 45 minutes approximately at about 180, 160 fan. So I'm just going to come to the oven and check that it's cooked enough. So we do that by inserting a skewer. A skewer, and if it comes out clean then it's fine. That's cooked. So I'm going to put this out to cool. Look at this.